Hi there, in this video we're going to be looking at processing and the very basics of the language and what it actually is and how we can get started using it, so I hope you find this video useful. So starting off, what actually is processing? Well, it's a programming language which is based on Java, and it gives you loads of different functions which you can use to make visual art, such as animation, games, things like images and all sorts of things like that. So yeah, it's really useful for art and animation. And when you open processing, you're going to end up with this kind of window here. It's like an integrated development environment where you're able to type your code and run it in a similar way to Python's idle. So yeah, we'll get straight into it, and we're going to start off coding with the obligatory hello world program. So to do that, we're going to use the built-in setup function, and we're going to do that by typing void setup like this. It's similar to any other Java function which you'd be defining, and we're going to use the function println, which is a shortcut to Java's system.out.println. It's the same thing, and it will basically just print out a line. And in this, we're going to pass it hello world. Really simple program, and then we're going to run it. We can use Control R, or we can click this run button. You'll get a little box here, but we don't need to worry about that at the minute. And in this console down here, it says hello world. So there you go, you've made your hello world program. Now this is really boring, so we're going to do a little bit more visual stuff. And to do this, we're going to start off by changing the size of this canvas, and we're going to use the size command, the size function even, and in that we're going to pass the width and the height of the canvas which we want. So we're going to do 600 by 400 to get a 600 by 400 canvas, and as you can see, it's done the same program as before, but it's also made this 600 by 400. So yeah, and then we're also going to use another built-in function called the draw function. So we use void again and draw like this, and then in here we're going to, as an example, draw a line using the line function from 300, 200, which is in the middle of the screen, to mouse x, mouse y. So this is the start x, start y, end x, end y, and it's just going to draw a line from this point, or this point here, to this point here. These are automatically given to us with processing. So if we go ahead and run this, we'll see it's drawn a line, and we can move our mouse around, and yeah, there you go. You can see it's drawing the line to our mouse, and yeah, there you go. You've made your first processing sketch, and I hope it was kind of interesting. I encourage you to kind of play around with these things, use different numbers maybe, see if you can draw multiple lines, all sorts of things like that. And also take a look at the processing reference, which I'll link in the description, and this has like all the information about every single function in processing. So that's a really useful resource, and there's a link to it in the description. If you need any help, then go here, or just contact me on Twitter, which I'll put a link in the description as well. So I hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.